What is up, gente? What is up, people? What is up? First of all, Happy New Year's. Even though it's now January the 12th, but better late than never, I guess. I'm currently here in West Seneca, New York, getting loaded with some apple juice to take down to Auburndale, Florida, La Florida. Basically my home state. Now, let's get some of the formalities out of the way. Welcome, saludos, bienvenidos, salutations to any new subscribers that I have had these last few days. I don't know if it's much, but I just want to put that out there. If you've joined buying them because of my video or because of the shorts slash reels that I've posted on here or Instagram or even TikTok. By the way, go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on TikTok at truckinvato. That's truckingvato for the homies that don't speak Espanol. Um, yeah, go follow me over there if you want to see short form content videos. Which I'm gonna be honest, it's basically some of the same stuff that I post on here regarding, the shorter clips. And since we're on that topic, let's talk about that for a minute here. Um Now I don't post much long or longer videos per se, like such as this video right here, just because here on YouTube I've seen the stats and I've seen the analytics. And the reality is, nobody really watches these videos. Like, you guys might watch a minute of it, maybe 2 minutes of it, and then suddenly the view count drops drastically. So to me, it's like, why go through all that effort and recording the video, making the video, exporting the video, rendering the video, uploading it onto YouTube when nobody really watches it? And like, I don't really get the engagement that I'm looking for, like, comments or even replies or anything like that. And if you guys have left comments and if you do leave replies, then I really appreciate it and I really do thank you, and I apologize for neglecting you in the sense that I don't take you into consideration and I just take the negatives into consideration. So anyways, what I'm saying is that the long form videos just doesn't get the views and the engagement and the return on investment. To me, just kind of seems, I don't know, just discouraging sometimes. And maybe I'm overthinking it because I tend to do that a lot. I overthink a lot. But the shorter clips, the shorts, the reels slash TikToks or whatever, to me, I tend to get bigger numbers on that. And so it just seems like, plus it's way easier to, that was weird, just had some kind of leak here. Anyways, so I tend to get more engagement from the shorter videos. And also too, another thing is that I noticed that with these longer videos, I'll get people asking questions about something that I literally spoke about in that video, which leads me to believe that you didn't really even watch the video, so you're asking a question on the topic of what my video was about. An example would be, um, I started food grade with another company, Flow Trends, and I don't drive for them anymore. And I made a video regarding um, what happened there, or I guess I made a video that I generally spoke as to why I came over to Bynum or whatever. And yet I still have people that will ask me questions regarding um why I left, or give me the full details, or basically just asking questions about that company when I don't drive for them anymore and I can't speak on them because I do not want to provide false information. I do not want to deter you from from possibly making a mistake, or possibly making the greatest change in your life by moving over to that company from wherever you are currently working. So I say all that to say that um, basically making these longer videos, man, is sometimes just it leaves me just wondering a lot. And then maybe again, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Leave in the comments if you really do enjoy the longer videos. Let me know. Hey, yo, hombre, me gusta esos, videos. I like them longer videos, man. So, and maybe that's the situation, and maybe I'm just overthinking it, or maybe I'm just being all about the views and not thinking about the viewers per se. But other than that, man, I'm gonna keep making these shorter videos. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it seems to be that also YouTube, tends to that's where the algorithm is going. It seems to be people's attention spans is just a little bit shorter. So, and I understand it. It's all the same deal to me when it comes to reels, TikTok, shorts, and whatnot. I try to, and then if you follow me on, especially on Instagram, I tend to post on there a lot more often, is like stories and whatnot. But yeah, man. So yeah, and maybe when it comes to these longer form videos, maybe I gotta find a different strategy in recording them. Um, because with the shorter videos, I tend to record clips here and there, and I have you know, a separate camera right here on the windshield that I tend to record with, and then I have the Meta Ray-Ban glasses that I'll record with. So I'll just put those clips together real quick, and I'll upload them, and it's just straightforward. Versus these longer videos, I tend to be a little bit more judgmental to myself, like, oh, I don't want to say this, I don't want to say that, so I'll stop, I'll record, and I'll re-record, and then I catch myself stuttering, and I'm just my biggest critic. And then half the times I find myself just rambling on and ranting on like what I'm doing right now. So anyways, let's move on. By the way, I don't know if you guys just noticed something. I got my CB radio finally put in. Shout out to El Jefe, because I was, after I made that one video about the CB radio, I finally felt like a super trucker and decided to install it back in. And I even got that little pulley thing, that little pulley thing, where I can just pull it. Now I feel like a real super trucker going down the byways and highways and interstates in my Peterbilt 579, pulling a shiny chrome tanker trailer, feeling like one of the elites of the road. Oh man. By the way, man, I'm still here at Bynum Transport, pulling food grade tanker, the easiest job I've ever had in my life. And I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. Let's let me step back a little bit, and I'll be honest with you guys. I almost did leave Bynum a couple of weeks ago. And I was gonna go to another food-based company, tanker company, I'll say, at or in Florida, located in Florida. They were much closer to me. Um, I'm not gonna say their name, but I'll give you a hint. Um, their name starts with the O and ends with the Y. And I was about to go there, and I'll just say that they played me. I got played big time. And I almost made a huge mistake by going over there, because I got home and something inside me told me, just wait, be patient. You don't have all the necessary requirements to seal the deal, per se, right? And they sent me in to do the drug screening and all that, physical and all that stuff, only for the day before the weekend officially started. They called me and told me that they had put a pause on orientation, and I guess even hiring for the rest of the month previously. The previous month, right? Before the new year, if you know what I mean. So that left me in a really, really bad taste in my mouth of them, per se, right? And so they ended up calling me back before the New Year's to see if I still wanted to come on board. And when I explained to them that I didn't feel comfortable making that leap again and possibly being played again, not for the second time, but for the third time, actually, because the first time around, me and El Jefe, inside joke, um, had tried also talking to the recruiter, and in the beginning we spoke to them, and then this was like earlier in 2025, and pretty much I went out and got my hazmat endorsement, and then they just ghosted me. Never heard anything back from them. Never responded to my emails, to my 10th Street Post app messages. Nada, nothing. So I just gave up on them. So, anyways, yeah, so I almost left Bynum to go to them. But I'm glad I didn't, because now that I'm back, well, I never left per se, right? But since I decided to stay here at Bynum, I've been getting miles. I'm rolling, and then reality just hits me, man. You know, like, I'm a repeating record when I say, prior to me coming into trucking, I was working in the agriculture industry, so I know what hard work is. I know what, sweating, toiling, and just getting your hands dirty is all about. So I got my CDL for the whole purpose of, not wanting to do any kind of strenuous work, or have to labor much for to make a good paycheck, a good living, right? And I can honestly say, man, food grade tanker in general, across the board, is the easiest work I've ever done in my life. I can honestly say that. I don't have to slide no tandems. I don't have to swing no doors. I don't have to um, worry about the bridge laws in California, bridge laws in Florida. None of that crap, man. Just straight up, all I gotta worry about is my seals, that nothing is leaking, and that my gross weight is good to go. And then with Bynum, we have fixed fifth wheels, right? So you ain't even gotta worry about sliding them or nothing like that, because they don't slide. And then another thing about the fifth wheel on the Bynum trucks is that I've noticed that they have the smoothest fifth wheel release handle, just the smoothest ones. And another thing too is that their shop is just one of, like, they get things done. You let them know, and they will either send you over to Love's, or they'll just reroute you to Florida to their actual shop and get things done, which to me is top tier, because one of my issues with the last companies I drove for is that I could never get a hold of breakdown, just never. So it's a big deal to me that, when I call breakdown, they will answer me. They'll get the truck fixed in a timely manner, and especially if I have a load on me, it's like they I'm like a priority on their list, you know. So I definitely like that about buying them. And I'm not just saying that, to try to sell you a referral, which I wish you would use me as a referral. If you inquire about buying them, I wish you would use me as a referral. But if you don't, and you just want to get your foot into the food tanker um, game, or if you just want to get your foot into tanker in general, then come to buying them. I'm gonna say that. So I just came back from the local taco spot down the road from the Bynum Transport Yard in Auburndale, Florida. I got me some tacos, a burrito, because I eat tacos like y'all eat cereal, man, or like y'all eat them roller dogs. Anyway, so this right here is my instant coffee that I picked up too real quick at Walmart. I drink instant coffee. I love this one. This is that Colombian stuff. That Colombian stuff. So I recommend it if you guys want to try instant coffee. This is some of the best one. This one and Bostelo are some of the good coffee in my opinion. But anyways, we're gonna hook up to the trailer real quick. And we'll get rolling soon. Alright guys, so I'm about to go to bed in a minute, but I totally forgot to tell you guys before I end this video, and I'm probably going to ramble on a little bit before I go to bed, but I just want to wish you guys all a successful 2026 year in your trucking careers. Whether you're a super trucker, whether you're a real trucker, whether you're a greer grinder, or whether you're a proud steering wheel holder like I am, or whether you reminisce on the good old days of trucking. I just want to wish you a successful 2026, man. And you might see me in the comments arguing with the Facebook experts, the Facebook lawyers regarding trucking and whatnot. But I wish you the best in trucking this year, and I do appreciate those who I've once again met through here. Yeah, I don't got much to say after this except that, Happy New Year's, and I wish you guys success. And subscribe and hit the like button. Yeah, subscribe and hit the like button.